So this week there was actually a person in Vermont who sued, I believe, the state of Maine because she wanted to move there so she could actually like get assisted suicide because she has a terminal illness, and she actually has been deemed uh, terminal where she's not going to live more than 6 months of her life, but she can't go there and get assisted suicide because she has to be a resident of the state. So she's actually suing the state and saying, why can't I come here just for this purpose because my state doesn't offer it? But the thing is, that should be the next field of healthcare. Assisted suicide should absolutely be an option. In America, if somebody's sick and going to be terminal, we will keep them alive as long as possible. And you have to wonder, why do we do that? Because it doesn't necessarily benefit the patient, but it does benefit the insurance companies as far as like they can like not necessarily pay out, but can try to get money back if there's like a cause for that. The hospitals make more money off of it. There's people involved all along the way that it's about money. It has nothing to do with care. When somebody has like a bill for $200,000, people always act like the hospitals just write that off. They don't just write that off. What they do is they move that over to other people who are going to pay that. So whenever they're treating somebody for a year longer than they may needed to treat them, somebody's going to eventually pay for that. They don't just write it off. Assisted suicide should happen. If you're somebody that you know you're going to die, or even let's say somebody who wants to die because they have deteriorating things going on with them, they should have the option of doing that. And I'm not trying to be all pro, everybody like commit suicide. But if there's a reason in your life that you would want to have assisted suicide, you should have that right. Nobody should tell you what's wrong or right for you, whether it's your religion, whether it's your sexual orientation, whether it's, who you consider your friends and who you consider people that are not your friends. That's nobody's business but your own. As long as you're not doing harm to other people, people need to stay out of it, especially the government needs to stay out of it. There's no reason in the world that somebody should not have the right for assisted suicide. There are drugs that are out there that can end a life within a minute or two. Whenever we talk about the death penalty, when somebody's put down in a prison, that is way more drawn out and more dramatic and stuff, because it's a thing just like the electric chair. They do that more for propaganda to scare the masses to try to cut down on people committing crimes. There's actual drugs that are out there that somebody could die very peacefully within minutes of taking them. So you have to ask yourself, why do we not do it? If we think about it, it doesn't make a lot of sense why we wouldn't do it. If you have people that could die a peaceful death, why are we making them stay around another 6 months, another year, another 2 years to live in agonizing pain and to die less of a person than they were before? It doesn't make a lot of sense.